My daughter and I were driving through the desolate stretch of I-44, the darkness of the night engulfing us. The clock ticked ominously, reminding me of our impending flight back to Pennsylvania. As we approached the outskirts of Lawton, a chilling sight unfolded before our eyes. An older model car, its worn exterior glimmering in the moonlight, suddenly careened off an embankment, defying gravity as it somersaulted through the air. Time seemed to slow as I witnessed a human figure being flung into the void. Shocked and trembling, I pulled over, my heart pounding in my chest. Frantically dialing emergency services, I relayed the GPS coordinates of the overpass, desperate for help. The dispatcher assured me that an officer was mere minutes away, advising me against reversing down the highway. Minutes stretched into an eternity, and my phone jolted to life, the shrill ring cutting through the night. It was the police, their voice filled with confusion and disbelief. They questioned the exact location of the incident, and with a heavy heart, I repeated the details. The officer's response sent shivers down my spine. He informed me that he had been stationed at that very spot, waiting vigilantly, yet there was nothing there. No tire marks etched into the asphalt. No shattered glass glistening under the moon. Not even a blade of grass disturbed. It was as if the horrifying accident I had witnessed never occurred. Haunted by the inexplicable events, I returned home, my mind consumed by the need for answers. Turning to the depths of the internet, I delved into the annals of history, desperate to understand the truth behind the nightmarish encounter. What I discovered chilled me to the core. Exactly a decade ago, a group of teenagers had met a tragic fate on that very road. They had been joyriding recklessly. Their lives cut short when their 1986 Oldsmobile lost control, flipping over a guide rail and tumbling down the treacherous embankment. All 6 of them were pronounced dead. The eerie parallels sent a shudder down my spine. The time of the accident was etched into my memory like a cursed mantra. 4:05 a.m. It was the same time I had witnessed the spectral reenactment of their demise. As the realization settled in, a chilling thought consumed me. Was it their restless spirits doomed to relive their final moments, forever trapped in a time loop of tragedy? Or was it something far more sinister, lurking in the shadows, toying with the living as a macabre reminder of the horrors that unfolded on that cursed stretch of road? The unanswered questions gnawed at my sanity, leaving me plagued by sleepless nights and a gnawing fear that the nightmare was far from over. Every passing car's headlights cast eerie shadows, and the silence of the night became a symphony of dread. And so, I share this harrowing tale, a testament to the inexplicable forces that lurk in the darkness. Beware the desolate roads and the echoes of the past, for sometimes the line between the living and the dead blurs, and the horrors that lie beyond manifest in ways unimaginable. The incident on that desolate highway was merely a glimpse into a world teetering on the edge of our reality, where the spirits of the departed roam, seeking solace or retribution. In the days that followed, I found myself consumed by an insatiable curiosity and a deep-rooted fear. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story, that the restless spirits of those teenagers were trying to communicate something, desperately seeking closure. Night after night, I delved deeper into the history of the area, scouring old newspaper archives and connecting with locals who had lived through the tragedy. Their stories painted a harrowing picture of a community scarred by loss and plagued by unexplained occurrences. Whispers of strange sightings, eerie apparitions, and unexplained accidents haunted the town. Some claimed that they had seen the spirits of the teenagers, their ethereal forms lingering near the site of the accident. Others spoke of inexplicable occurrences, electronics malfunctioning, strange noises in the dead of night, and an overwhelming feeling of unease that permeated the air. Driven by a mix of fascination and dread, I embarked on my own investigation, determined to uncover the truth and perhaps find a way to bring peace to the tormented souls. Late one evening, armed with a digital recorder and a camera, I ventured back to the scene of the accident. The air was heavy with an otherworldly stillness as I stood on the deserted stretch of road, my heart pounding in anticipation. As the minutes ticked by, I began to sense a presence, an invisible weight pressing upon me. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end, and a cold breeze whispered through the trees, carrying with it a haunting melody. It was a faint, distorted rendition of a song, the very same song that had played in my mind since that fateful encounter. With trembling hands, I reached for the recorder and pressed the record button. The air crackled with anticipation as I called out, my voice quivering. "Is anyone there? Can you hear me?" For what felt like an eternity, there was nothing but silence. Just as I was about to give up, a faint whisper emerged from the static of the recording. It was a voice, distant and ethereal, barely audible but filled with anguish. "They won't let us go. Trapped. Help us." My heart raced and a chill ran down my spine. The spirits were reaching out, pleading for release from their eternal torment. Determined to help them find peace, I scoured ancient texts and consulted local experts in the occult, desperate for any shred of knowledge that could aid me in my quest. Days turned into weeks, and the nights grew darker as I delved deeper into the realm of the supernatural. The more I uncovered, the more I realized the magnitude of the horror that had befallen the town. The tragic accident had awakened something ancient and malevolent, a force that fed on the pain and suffering of the departed. Armed with newfound knowledge, I returned to the site once more, this time with a group of like-minded individuals who shared my determination to break the cycle of despair. Together we performed rituals, recited incantations, and offered prayers in the hopes of banishing the darkness that held the spirits captive. As the incense wafted through the air and the chants echoed into the night, a profound sense of peace washed over us. It was as if the very fabric of reality shifted, and a veil was lifted, revealing a glimmer of hope for those trapped souls. But as the final words left our lips, an unsettling silence descended upon us. The wind ceased its whispering and the night grew still. The spirits had gone, their presence vanishing as abruptly as it had appeared. Had we succeeded? Or had we merely stirred the wrath of a greater evil?